Hi everyone and welcome back to my channel. So this is gonna be my unfiltered, uncut emotions that I have been feeling and I have been you know reliving. It's my form of processing these emotions and I want to look back into this video and see how what's going on in my mind and how where can I solve it, where can I make it better or something like that. But let's go with what's happening in my life right now. So the summer of 2026 is over. It was amazing, but mostly I worked. I traveled a little bit. I had fun. But I felt the busyness of working. So I was working full time throughout the summer so that I could pay off my tuition fees and everything. And it was nice. I was lucky. I feel like I'm grateful that I was able to get more hours and I could, earn some extra cash. And it was amazing. It was amazing. I'm really, really good, grateful for it. So thank you so much, universe. And something that happened recently with me is I had a clash with my colleague. Okay, so I'm gonna put it in a very subjective point of view. The thing is, the way I was talked to was really bad. I felt dominated, to be honest. I felt ordered around, and the way that person asked me to do things was, I felt unfair. I felt degrading. And it was not once, it was like pinching me just because I said no to her request. And I didn't like it. There are the various forms of ways of saying things, and she chose one of the rudest form for me. So then, and I stand on my ground, said no. I have no regrets. I don't care. But this went to the upper manager, and it they came to me asking what was the scenario, and I said what I said. I don't regret it. Um, and yeah, blah blah blah, and it was just toxic for me. But for me, how I see it, okay, that happened, okay, move on. But I think in a workplace, I feel like I have to be strategic now. I do my job, I get the work done. I don't care about other people now. Of course, I'm not getting rude to you. I respect. It's just that I felt my boundaries that is crossed, and that person is not my friend. I really hate that person right now. And it's hate is the strong word. I don't want to be in the same room as that person is. Sometimes I can't take it. Okay, leave it. It's not up to my hands. It made me realize that in a workplace, I don't know if you have those experience or not. In the workplace, I feel like it's better to be strategic, know your boundaries, and some feelings, some things in your life, it should be personal, and you have to be private about those things and be strategic without disrespecting other people, and you know be genuine. This time I couldn't control myself because I was in that moment, I was just responding to my nervous system, to be honest. I could have been more strategically say no and why give the reason why I couldn't do it. But I just got hard and I responded to those things, and it was the best for me, I agree. But now I know how I can handle the situation, and thankfully this situation makes me learn, like in a workplace there are no friends. Maybe, but no, I don't feel like there is. I don't know, I really don't know. It's I'm figuring out and I don't know how to respond, react, or what to do of this situation. But one thing for me is that I will be strategic from now on, to be honest. I feel like I would just have some boundaries with the person in my workplace. Okay, so leave this. Let's go to the beautiful things. I'm starting my school, which I'm really, really excited about. This semester, I really, really, really want to do well and get good grades, and I want to be more involved. I want to start language class, and mm, yeah, I want to start language class. I want to be productive in life. I want to achieve so much things in life, and I want to complete my. I haven't done it. Okay, I'm doing my externship. I want to complete it on time. I want to apply. I am going to apply for the student assistant works. I'm gonna chase after the skills. Let's see where it takes me. But I feel like I am ready to move on from this job. I don't know. It just feel within like inner. It is the work is not bad. The place I work in a restaurant. It is a really good company. Everything's good. Yeah, everything had two sides, so everything's good. The pay is good. Everything's good. But I feel like I need to explore more and see what else is out there for me. So I'm open to apply and see how it is. Okay, and let's see what are the other moves. I think like I really want to save up for my emergency fund. That's what have been on my mind. I want to be financially stable and have that precaution in life. I have zero emergency fund, so I want to do that. So whatever money that comes from my plan is whatever money that comes from my income this month, I wanna save as much as possible for my emergency fund. I'm gonna be headstrong about it, and you know, save as sorry about that, as much as I can, and also enjoy life a little bit. It doesn't have to be big. I think it doesn't have to be a biggest vacation. I don't have to fly all over the place. I just wanna enjoy doing simple things in life. I really enjoy having schedule in life. I really enjoy having things that are lined up and I can do it. I feel alive. I feel the stimulation. I really love it. I like getting busy. I love it. And I also like the balance of life. But I'm just sitting. I'm just reading my books. I'm just journaling. I'm just in the nature. I love it too. So I love both sides of the life. So yeah, I love how I'm going, but I feel like this summer I have been working so hard that I would also like to relax and enjoy, but it's like back to but the summer's gone and now my university is starting, everything's starting, and I need to get started with that also. But I'm really excited to go back to school because this time I had a full experience of going to the um full-time worker, like after university kind of thing. But now I'm ready to be a student again. I feel like it's such a beautiful thing in life. Okay, and that's being said, I love everything. But let's see what else going on. I feel like I need to connect more to my family. I'm just reminding myself, okay, if somebody watching this video is also for myself, and if you enjoy listening to me, thank you so much for listening. But this is just unfiltered emotion and catching up with my what's going on in my life. So that's what it's going on. I'm thinking about how to connect more with my family. How can I contribute more to my family? I'll be honest with you. At a certain time, I felt resentment a little bit toward my parents. I don't know why did I feel that. I just felt like if they had me in a better situation, I felt like I would be more. I felt like I would be different in situations right now in life. But I think because of who they are as a person and what they gave me and what they've learned the best, it makes me who I am, and I'm really grateful for it. And even though they never pressure me, you know, to support them. But sometimes it just felt I have to do it. I felt burden, to be honest. I'll be really honest. I felt the burden of the responsibility, even though they never put the responsibility in me. They are handling everything. I'm just trying to support myself here in every aspect of life. But I felt that because I couldn't do it, I felt this that I couldn't do it, and I felt the burden that I have to do it. It's my responsibility. I felt the burden of the responsibility. But it's not that I don't want to do it, it just felt burden to me. It just felt heavy to me. I don't know how it works for you. I don't know. I really want to know, as an adult, how do you deal with taking responsibility? What feelings do you feel? Do you feel burden? Do you feel inspiration? Because not everybody feels the same. But it felt a burden to me, and I was trying to figure out why am I feeling this, what's the reason behind it. And I felt if there's an onset expectation, it felt burden to me. But I could also take it as an inspiration that okay, I can do this to help my family and my sisters. I have younger brother and sister, and I could help them in their career and studies. And now I feel like I could do this. I feel an inspiration more now than a burden. It feels like God gave me this chance to be bigger. When you are given some responsibility, it means that you are capable of doing it. That's why it's given to you, because you could handle it. God doesn't give it to you, the universe doesn't give it to you if you couldn't handle it. So I felt like it is given to me because I could handle it. Sorry for this disturbance, but I need to recharge the laptop. And I'm really sorry if the quality is not the best, because I'm clicking with the laptop. But yeah, that's what I've been feeling. And now I feel more like I feel more inspired now, and I feel like I can do this. But for a certain time, I felt this burden that I couldn't do it and I have to do it anyhow. It just felt burden to me. Now I feel like okay, I can do this. It's given to me, and it's given to me because I could do it. That's the feeling that I feel now, and I'm really grateful for it. And but the thing in my head, I was struggling. Even though everything's fine, everything's really good with my family, friends, my partner, everything is fine. Touch wood, everything's good. But I felt this, that how do I connect with these people? How do I have an awesome relationship? Even though I have a good relationship, how do I even have a better connection with my family and friends? Where to keep that boundary? I always felt like how to keep that boundary with family and friends, with partner, with yourself, with your colleagues. Not everybody is in the same categories, because they are in different categories. Family, friends, family has different categories. There are certain things I couldn't tell my family that I could tell my partner, and there are certain things I it's like some little white lies that I want to keep it with myself. I don't want to talk about my partner. So not everything is shared to every people around my circle. So in my inner circle, I was like, how do I get better at this? How do I get better at connecting with my parents, with my siblings, with my partner, with my friends? My circle is very limited, to be honest. I'm not a very I want to connect with you, da 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 da. No, I'm not. I have a very limited circle. It's my family, friends. It's my family. It's my like longer relatives a little bit. My partner, one friend, two friend. That's it. I'm not a very having a huge number of people kind of girl. That doesn't mean I do not enjoy it. I'm fine with it, but from heart, I considered in my inner circle are just those people, and I'm happy with it. I have no complaint. I just love being with myself, so I have zero complaints. And yeah, So that has been going on, and I really want to find some courses or that tips or something that is really helpful for me to figure these relationships, how I could get better at this, how could I get better at accepting people for who they are, because sometimes my expectations are really high even with my partner, to be honest. Sometimes expectations are this, and the person, not every aspect of life can be fulfilled from one person. I cannot fulfill all of your needs to my partner, and he couldn't to me. There are certain aspects, me, I can give you love, care, support, everything, but there are some certain things that I couldn't fulfill. That means that I'm not in that category, so there are certain things I want to learn, like how I could manage certain situation and everything. It's that. Okay. And what else? Everything's going good. My university is studying, working. I had some ups and downs in work. Not that much. Just had some argument in working, but I learned from it, and I know how I behave and act in the workplace right now. Then, what else? What else? What else? What else? What else? I think I wanna develop more in my health area. I know I want to develop more in my health area. I feel I need to focus on my health. I need to exercise more. I need to focus on my what I intake in my body, what I eat. Health is such an underrated aspect that people do not oversee or try to have some boundaries in that, but I know for sure that is the most impactful, and if it gets affected, that is the first thing we try to solve. So I want to have good health. I have good health, thank you, touch wood, universe, and I want to maintain it. I want to, not because I want to be skinny and moral, nothing like that. I want to be healthy, and when I wear something, I want to feel good in it. I want to feel beautiful in it. That's it. That's for me. Everybody has their own standards, and the one for me to be healthy is that when I try clothes, I want to look beautiful. I want to feel beautiful, and when I eat something, I shouldn't feel bad about it. I don't want to have a lazy body. It's okay to laze around sometimes, but I want to have a healthy body. That for me is me being to do whatever I want to do. So it's basically the standard you hold into yourself. So I want to focus more on my health and eating habits. And my small winning, just now I remember that I'm cycling. I always vision myself cycling through Copenhagen, and it's happening, and I'm so happy. And I think this last week I would be focusing on more on cycling to work and back to Fort, I think, because I really wanna do. It's a pedal cycle, to be honest, but it's really good. For 20 minutes ride from here to my work, it took me 1 hour. But I am not very handly with those things. I am not adjusted to cycling. I know how to cycle, but getting started while cycling, to get it started, and while I break it, I'm still used to it. So I'm like getting used to it. So I think more practice would be really helpful. So I am gonna do it more often, and I'll check the weather and the timing of my work. So I'm gonna take my cycle tomorrow, the day after tomorrow. I'm working 2 jobs right now, so whenever I have like one work, I think I'm gonna take the cycle, because if I'm too tired, I couldn't do it. But yeah, that's going on. I'm really helpful, and I see myself progressing, and that's a good sign. And I want to have a good standard in life. But I take a moment to thank universe. Thank you, universe, for all these beautiful things in life. Thank you for all the beautiful people, beautiful experience, good or bad. Thank you so much, universe. Thank you for letting it and letting me experience it, so that I know how great the life is, how I know how beautiful the life is. I'm really grateful, and I'm really grateful for whoever watching this video. This is just my unfiltered emotions and experience in life that I get to share. And it's also for me that when I look back on these videos, I know what's happening in my life and how I felt, and to look back upon how much I have succeeded, how much I have progressed in life. Thank you so much for this video, and I think this is all the rant that I had to do. It is also I wanted to practice English. I felt like I don't really talk in English. I do, but I felt like I need to have that fluency, and I practiced this one, and it felt really good. Thank you so much for listening, and that's all for today's video. Bye bye.